it's Emelyne. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 10 life hacks for anxiety, and I feel like this is like a happier kind of video, but anxiety really isn't a happy thing. It's terrible. I've been dealing with anxiety for so long. If you guys followed me when I was using my blog channel, you guys would probably see most of my vlogs. I was not as bubbly as I am here. I was dealing with a lot of anxiety and crying a lot and just having really bad anxiety attacks all the time, and you guys were always helping me through it, and you guys were always telling me that you guys have really bad anxiety too. So I just wanted to make a video sharing with you guys some of the tricks and tips I've learned over the years that have really helped my anxiety. There are some things that I do take for anxiety that you guys can get from like health food stores or the drugstore. You don't have to get like a doctor's permission. They're all natural. Stuff like that, because I know for me, I don't like taking medication. My doctors always try to put me on medication for anxiety. I don't know why, I just like stuttered. But they try to put me on medication for anxiety, and I do not like medication. I barely will ever take Advil. So these things have really helped me over the years. If you guys are new to my channel, then be sure to subscribe. You guys can hit the button floating around, or if you're on a mobile device, you guys can hit the button down below. Today's video should be interesting since I clearly cannot talk. If you guys want to hear all my tips and tricks, then just keep watching. So my first life hack for anxiety is anxiety drops. Basically, these are all homeopathic, all natural drops, and they really help with anxiety. I'm gonna put a picture of them right here because I ran out of them. I don't have them with me right now. But basically, these drops I took all throughout college whenever I would feel anxious, or like before class, if I knew I had a presentation. Oh my gosh, presentations were the worst. I actually had like a full-on panic attack at one point when I was supposed to be giving a presentation. I could totally tell you guys about that story if you guys want to hear it. So I would take these drops. You take, I think, 6 of them, the directions say, and it literally just calms you and relaxes you so much, and you don't feel anxious anymore. Like you still might have the anxious thoughts, but like your body is just so calm and relaxed, and like it stops like your heart from like feeling like it's pounding out of your chest. You can breathe a lot easier. Like you literally just feel like you can breathe so clearly. It's amazing. You guys can probably get these on Amazon. I'll try to find a link for them and put them down below. My second life hack is the anxiety and phobia workbook. I got mine at Barnes & Noble. They probably have it on Amazon. Once again, I'll find a link for it and put it down below. But this is what it looks like. I don't have my book with me because I lost it when I moved. It was so helpful. Pretty much, it's a super, super thick like workbook. But basically, like, you fill it out and there's all these questions it will ask you, all these like scenarios, all this kind of stuff. Basically, by the time you're done with the book, you will know your anxiety. It will tell you what type of anxiety you have. It will tell you what triggers your anxiety. It will tell you where anxiety stemmed from, where it came from. And it was so helpful to me because I learned exactly where my anxiety is coming from. And even if you guys think to yourself like, oh, I know my anxiety is coming from school, but like there's always like a deeper like connection, or like there's always like a deeper thing behind it. Because that's what I thought. I was like, this book probably isn't going to do anything for me. I know it's from school. I know it's from like just thinking about the future. I actually did the workbook. I found out that my anxiety was coming from a certain person, and now I have been able to change how I react to certain situations to not be so anxious. My third life hack for anxiety is if you guys are out and you're anxious, it's like the worst, I know. But if you guys are out and you're anxious and you need to get your mind off of being anxious, there is an app. I forget I don't know how to say it. It's called Happify, I think. Basically, I just like searched on the App Store for like anxiety apps, and it's really fun because it has like this game that you guys can play on it. And you can put in like what makes you anxious, like 3 different things that make you anxious. And basically, like in the game, you have to play to kind of like destroy the things that make you anxious. And then it goes from like a gloomy scenery to like a happy scenery. So it's just kind of like a fun thing to do to get your mind off of being anxious. So my fourth life hack is meditation at night. And I know this might sound weird to some people, but I used to do this. I remember when I lived home, I did this all the time. Basically, you guys can just like search YouTube for like, you just type in like meditation for anxiety, or like meditation for happy thoughts, something like that, and just play it right before you go to bed and fall asleep to it. And like your mind will kind of like pick up the things even though you're sleeping. Like your mind will pick them up and like kind of change the way you think even though you're sleeping. So it's kind of like you're helping your anxiety while you're sleeping. You don't actually have to do stuff. And I kid you guys not, I would always wake up the next morning feeling so much better. My 5th hack for anxiety, actually one of my teachers gave me the idea, Mrs. Wise, so thank you. But basically, she taught us this, I think when we were in like 5th grade. Basically, any bad thought that you have in your head, you write down on a piece of paper. So for us people who are anxious, we can write down anything we're anxious about. So just write down maybe like whatever it is, family, school, your relationship, whatever. Write down on a piece of paper, look at it, think how much you hate it, and then just rip it up. You guys can throw it on the floor, you guys can step on it, you guys can toss it in a ball, and then throw it in the garbage can and just say like you're throwing it out of your life. And I know it might sound kind of silly, but it seriously helps because you feel like you're taking it out of your body and throwing it into the garbage can. It's kind of like the same thing how people say like inhale positivity, exhale negativity, and that kind of thing really helps. Like if you just inhale positive thoughts and just pretend, like literally visualize yourself exhaling anything you're like anxious about. These types of little things, they might sound really silly, but they really, really help. So my 6th life hack goes along with the last one. This is something you guys can do if you guys are out and you can't really write down on a piece of paper and like start stomping on it, like if you're at a restaurant or something. This is something that my other teacher taught me, Mrs. Ackerbauer, so thank you. Once again, I've been doing this probably since like 5th or 6th grade. Basically, I want you guys to close your eyes right now and imagine a huge cliff. At the bottom of the cliff, there's tons of water. So now you're standing on this cliff, and on the edge of the cliff is a big box with a huge chain on it, and the chain goes all the way down to the bottom of the water. So now anything you guys are anxious about, anything you guys are nervous about, scared about, depressed about, pretend that, just like visualize it going into that box. And then you guys just kick the box off of the cliff and it sinks to the bottom of the ocean. And I have been doing this, I kid you guys not, literally since, I keep saying I kid you guys not, but for real, since I was in 5th or 6th grade, every single time I have a bad thought, anxious thought, whatever, I literally picture it going into this box, going off the cliff, and just getting out of my life. And that's kind of the point of it. It's kind of like symbolizing it going out of your life, and it seriously helps a lot. My 7th life hack is to watch an old movie when you're anxious. I know a lot of people say exercise when you're anxious, go outside, be active. I know for me, when I'm anxious, I literally feel like I can't even move. Like I'm normally about to cry my eyes out, having an anxiety attack. It's just like it's not really comforting for me to like go to the gym and start working out, or even just start working out at home. I need to just like sit and relax because I normally get really like exhausted feeling. So I just put in an old movie. I'm gonna try to type up, if I have time, a list of all the old movies I like to watch. I'll have it on my website, so I'll have like the link to my website down below. It's like a huge amount of movies, old movies that I love to watch, and old movies just make me feel really happy because a lot of times they're very like peaceful and happy and just simple. So it helps to get my mind off of it. And sometimes when I'm watching them, if I feel a little bit better, I'll just sit on the floor and kind of like stretch a little bit and just kind of get some blood flowing through me, and it does help. My 8th life hack is to get some essential oils. You guys can either get lavender or chamomile. There are other oils that you guys can use, but those are my 2 favorite. They help to relax you, to relieve anxiety, and to make you feel happier and less depressed. So you guys can either put the oils like on your wrist and just smell them. You guys can just kind of pull them out of your purse or your pocket, whatever, and just smell them. And it really will help to relax you. And if you're feeling anxious before you go to bed, you can put it in like a little spray bottle and like spray it on your pillow, and it will just help a lot. My 9th life hack is another like supplement kind of thing. So a lot of people, and I found this actually really interesting, a lot of people who are actually depressed and anxious, there's like a certain percentage of them that are actually just deficient in vitamin B12. So not most people, but there's a huge group of people who think that they're like actually anxious and depressed, and they are, but the reason why is because they're deficient in vitamin B12. So you guys should definitely get blood work done and see if you're deficient in vitamin B12. I got blood work done and I'm not deficient, but someone had suggested that I started to just take it anyway. So I took it and I was like, this is not gonna help. So I was like, this is gonna do nothing for me. Like I had zero hopes for it. And I was actually really surprised because probably within like a week or so, I felt so much happier, and like the thoughts that were just going through my head weren't these like anxious, bad thoughts anymore, and it felt like a dark cloud had just been lifted off of me. The thing is though, if you're not deficient in vitamin B12, you don't want to continue to take it for long periods of time because you don't want to have too much of it in your body. So you guys should maybe talk to a doctor about it, or just do your research on it. So my 10th life hack, this one once again might seem a little silly, or you might have heard this before, but just think happy thoughts. And I know it's so simple, but when you're anxious, you do not think anything happy. You get into this funk of all you want to do is think negative, you want to think bad thoughts, you want to think of all the bad things that are going to happen to you, and you just can't think positive. Even if you tell yourself think positive, it's so hard. So what you guys can do is anytime you have a bad thought, even if it's something as silly as like, oh my clothes are wrinkly today, like something just so silly, like, oh my gosh, my clothes are wrinkly, I'm gonna look bad today. Just say, who cares? I don't care if my shirt's wrinkly, I look perfectly fine. So any little thing in your life, even if it's like, oh, my lipstick doesn't match my makeup. It's like, don't think anything negative, is what I'm trying to get at. My examples are terrible, but don't think anything negative. Like, just every single thought that you have, think positive. I know like so many of us have so many negative thoughts in our head. So if you can change every single negative thought to a positive thought, after time, you guys are going to feel so much better, and your body and your mind is just naturally going to think positive things, and you're going to just overflow with positivity and feel so much better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this life hack video. If you guys have any life hacks for anxiety, then be sure to leave a comment of it down below. That way you can help us all out and we can all help each other. But yeah, I hope you guys are all having a lovely day. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you next time. Bye!